And with respect to the Williams sisters, who've made another Wimbledon final, perhaps the player most likely to stop them didn't show up this year and won't be doing so again. Justine Henin's shock retirement just before the French Open not only left a massive gap at the top of the women's game, but also deprived perhaps the most complete female player of the last decade the chance to claim the one slam she'd never won. But as Don Riddell discovered, Justine has no regrets.
Saturday's Wimbledon final between Serena and Venus Williams will be watched by a television audience of around 20 million viewers all over the world. But the lady who has contested two of the more recent finals at the All England club, Belgium's Justine Henin, will have only a passing interest.
I know that Wimbledon is going on, and I keep following the results a little bit. I don't watch that much, but I know what's going on over there in London. The thing is that for me, it seems far away.
That's quite an admission from the woman who dominated tennis up until just 2 months ago. Then, quite suddenly, on May the 14th, and at the age of just 25, Henin quit the sport. Her peers had recently voted her as the Laureus Sportswoman of the Year, and she was the world #1 by some distance, having won more than $19 million and 41 singles titles, including 7 Grand Slams.
This year was quite difficult for me, and I'm probably the only person who can say how I was feeling in the last few months. And these last 6 months, I was thinking, should I stop? Should I keep playing? And I didn't have any more this fire inside of me. And when you don't have the fire, it's time to go.
Women's tennis isn't short of stars at the moment. Maria Sharapova is thought to be the highest-paid female athlete in the world, and the world's top-ranked player, Anna Ivanovic, is cashing in on her obvious marketability. But on the evidence of this year's Wimbledon, at least, they are bigger stars off the court than on it. Both were knocked out in the second round last week, and for the first time in any Grand Slam event of the Open era, none of the top 4 seeds even made it to the quarterfinals. How the game is missing Henin.
When you lose a little bit of passion, which she obviously did, the way she plays the game, she has to have 100% of it. I mean,
for me, it was a weird finish.
Timing.
And I wouldn't be timing. You do it in May, just before the
gut of the season
of tennis starts.
That's what you live for. That's what you work hard
do it
for.
in December, and then maybe come back in June.
Or July. Do it after Wimbledon.
So that tells me maybe she's not done with it. Maybe she has to take a break for whatever reason. Maybe she's burned out. She's won too much last year, 2 years. She needs a summer off, and maybe in November she realizes, I miss it, want to come back.
Wimbledon was the only major that Henin never won, and her timing might now seem unfortunate. Perhaps this would have been her year to win the final major title that had eluded her. But Henin has no regrets. She's now focusing fully on her tennis academy and her charitable work, and it doesn't sound like she'll be making a comeback.
Yeah, we can never say for sure I'll never be back, but because I hate to say never. And but for me and people that really know me, they know that I do something 200%. But when I decide it's over, then it means it's over, and I take the next step.
Henin's life story is already fascinating. Whatever happens next is sure to be interesting too. Don Riddell, CNN, London.
With the Tour de France set to start this weekend, the